Tonight, a wind chill advisory remains, meaning extreme cold for the East Coast, including right here in Hampton Roads.
Take a look. It's 19 degrees outside, but it feels like -7 degrees. Evan, will it warm up at all tomorrow?
Well, temperatures will be slow to warm up and will actually be colder than they were today. Eventually in the 7-day forecast, I've got a big warm up in store. But as we take a look at the wind chills around the area, 11 degrees right now is the wind chill in Norfolk, 4 degrees in Williamsburg, 2 in Wakefield, 9 in Ahoskie. So again, many spots in single digits, 5 in Virginia Beach, 3 in Wallops Island. And those wind chills will continue to drop tonight as the temperatures drop as well. The reason, we've got the snowpack on the ground, we've got the clear skies, we've got those winds coming in from Canada. Combine all of that and we will see those temperatures plummet and those wind chills 5 to 10 degrees below zero. So here's what it looks like as we go through the day tomorrow, starting the day at 11 degrees at 6 o'clock in the morning with a wind chill of 2, 12 by 8 a.m., 18 by 10 a.m., and only into the low to mid 20s during the afternoon. So despite a lot of sunshine, it is going to be a cold, cold day and another cold night tomorrow night. But again, there is a warm up in the extended forecast. I'll have details on that coming up in just a few minutes.
During the thick of the storm, a Virginia Beach man says he called AAA for help and he was told that AAA wasn't servicing the entire state.
Megan Shin talked to both sides to get some answers.
Well, David, Regina, somewhere along the line, there was a mix-up in communication. AAA says they are answering calls for help. And in Henry Kiesel's case, his car got stuck in front of his house, but the disabled man was told AAA wasn't helping anyone in Virginia.
AAA Tidewater says it's been non-stop work.
250 of those are just getting people released out of snow.
They've been receiving calls from many of their members, like Virginia Beach resident Henry Kiesel.
Like I said, I've been a 5-year member.
65-year-old Kiesel says he shoveled his driveway during the day.
Cleared that and thought we was good, and we tried to get in the driveway. And
then when he was trying to park, he got stuck late at night. So like times before, he called AAA.
What road are you on right now?
I was floored when they said, well, we're not doing anything for anybody in the entire state.
We're not shutting down operations.
AAA Tidewater's Fleet Operations Manager, Scott Mitchell, says the people who answered the immediate calls are outside of Virginia.
And they just said it was the weather was too bad for even their drivers, and that was it.
The screens are so full, you know, they could have easily said, we can't get to you. Really, it's a 6-hour, 7-hour wait.
I felt abandoned.
Mitchell says he's not sure how that happened to the family.
Because we were still extracting vehicles.
He says, however, they weren't towing cars on Thursday night.
It's 100% safety. We have experienced, you know, multiple damages to our trucks today. It's unfortunate because we're trying to get to everybody we can.
Kind of understand this situation, but then again, I don't understand it. I know the weather was bad, but that's what you got to expect. People are going to call.
Mitchell agrees.
That's what we do. So that's why people join.
Hopefully it won't be another situation like this again, though, when I need to call them.
And Kiesel says he and his family were able to push and dig their car out from being stuck. He says he's also going to keep his AAA service for now. In the studio, Megan Shin, 13 News Now.
So how do you get your car out safely if you get stuck in the snow? Well, this morning a car caught fire after getting stuck. The driver tells us the fire started as he switched between drive and reverse trying to free his car. AAA says there's a right way to do this.
Straighten the wheels, and you want to use a rocking method forward and backwards at low speed. You do not want to gun the tires and let them spin. That's not going to give you any traction.
You can also try digging the snow and ice away from your tires and put something underneath the tires like a floor mat that will help you gain some traction and hopefully get out of the snow.
Now that the snow has stopped falling, the challenge is clearing it from sidewalks and driveways.
Many neighborhoods are still covered while sidewalks are knee-deep in some spots. Robert Boyd takes us to Norfolk where people are helping each other.
Well, as you can see here in the Ghent neighborhood, a lot of sidewalks yet to be shoveled. Our residents say they just can't do it. Either they're too old or don't have the physical ability, but they're in luck. A lot of people out there willing to help.
Levi Johnson and a friend have cleared the way in and out of a dozen homes throughout Ghent over the past 2 days.
Yeah, you know, your choices are you can stay in, stay warm, or be productive. So I grabbed a shovel and decided to make the most of it. Honestly, you meet the greatest people you normally probably wouldn't meet in any other circumstance.
Levi says he's from the Midwest. Helping out your neighbors is just a way of life.
All my years in Indiana have prepared me for this weekend.
Plus, he's one of the few people living around here that has the proper equipment.
We've been through some winters with each other.
This Navy veteran even named his shovel, which he says is normal if you're from Indiana.
This is Lucy.
Lucy?
I'm breaking out Lucy, that's right.
Levi says they are only asking residents to pay what they can afford.
There's a lot of older people that can't physically do this, so by offering this, you can help them out, make sure they're not snowed in. That big thing. Yeah.
The smile on this woman's face indicates a job well done.
You guys are amazing.
Yeah.
They are, whoa, it's really amazing.
Thank you
so much.
Yanni Loader says there is no way she could have dug out on her own.
Oh, it's huge. I mean, I would be housebound right now.
Yanni was so impressed with her driveway, she ended up paying the guys $200.
She was awesome, and it's something I didn't even ask for. She just threw it in there, and it's people like that are awesome. She was so appreciative.
But there's no time to reflect.
Thanks a lot, Yanni. Nice to meet you.
Welcome.
Stay warm.
It's off to the next house. A shoveler's work is never done.
Now, Norfolk City law requires residents to shovel their walks within 3 hours of a snowfall, but they are not enforcing that law at this time. In Norfolk, Robert Boyd, 13 News Now.
Shoveling snow can be very dangerous for a number of reasons. It's strenuous work that puts sudden stress on your heart. It can even lead to a heart attack. The cold weather can also be a shock to your system. Doctors suggest warming up for 10 to 15 minutes beforehand. Even jogging in place inside will work. Shovel small chunks of snow and take lots of breaks. If it's too risky, just ask someone else to do it. One option is to ask the nonprofit group Operation Blessing to help shovel your snow. They have a Snow Buddy program. The Snow Buddies volunteer to shovel snow for those who cannot do it themselves. 77-year-old Mary De La Cruz was extremely grateful that volunteers came to her house today. She just had open heart surgery and couldn't get out of her house for her doctor's appointments, and nurses couldn't get in to check on her.
Someone has to take me back and forth to the doctor, and we couldn't get the car out of the garage, and that's why I was asking that they would clean it.
Operation Blessing says all volunteers are welcome to join the Snow Buddy team, and anytime you can give, it makes a big difference in a person's life. Check out our website for information on being a Snow Buddy, or if you need a team to come to your house.
Tonight, 2 people are still missing in this dangerously cold weather. Austin Savage and Kyle Englehart have been missing since Wednesday after taking a John boat out on the James River near Surrey County. No one has heard from the 2 duck hunters since then. Virginia Conservation Police suspended the search late this afternoon because of the icy water and frigid temperatures. Police and family members telling us they are not giving up hope.
It ain't too late, but we need to find them. Please bring my brother and Austin Savage home to their family, because I'm sure they feel the same way we do.
The Department of Game and Inland Fisheries is investigating this as a boating accident. Meanwhile, 3 duck hunters are safe tonight after they were rescued on the York River during the winter storm. These are photos from Abingdon Volunteer Fire Rescue. The hunters were stranded yesterday when their boat blew away. The hunters were taken to the Crown Point Marina. Medics checked them out to make sure they were okay to go home.
Fundraisers planned tomorrow in Richmond for 2 state troopers killed in the line of duty. Lieutenant Jay Cullen and trooper pilot Burke Bates died when their helicopter crashed in August during the white nationalist rally in Charlottesville. The law enforcement community is still showing support for the troopers' wives and children.
I hope that they see that the Richmond community, not just law enforcement, but the Richmond community loves them and loves law enforcement.
Fundraiser is tomorrow night at a pub in Shockoe Bottom. There will be a silent auction, Irish dancers, and live music, with part of the proceeds going to the troopers' families.